Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Nikita Antoine and today we'll be doing a message for the sign of Scorpio. As always, Scorpio, all of the readings are timeless, so when the message finds you and resonates, then it is yours at the time in which you find it. Scorpio, I have done your spread today with my triple deck all combined into one. And it is the Ethereal Visions Tarot, the Luna Tarot, and Dreamscape Oracle by Matt Hughes, all of them by Matt Hughes. So you'll be seeing those. Oh, this is beautiful. It's kind of been like a little dreary of a day today. You can see like the light is starting to, it's like the light is starting to come out. It was raining earlier, and now it's sunny. So that's lovely. It's like the whole room just lit up. This makes perfect sense. Okay, because at the bottom of the deck, we have the Palomino. And what this is talking about, the Palomino talks about something that stands out from the crowd. And right now, it seems like this Palomino is actually coming through as something that lights up the room. Scorpio, are you the one that is lighting up the room? So the underlining energy is one who lights up the room. I want to say that this is you, Scorpio. You're lighting up the room, because it seems like in your reading today, well, your reading is all about love, and you're standing out, and it feels like someone is approaching you with, well, it seems to me like it's a simple gesture at first, but has the potential of leading into something that is, well, it's kind of romantic. So we have you coming in and lighting up the room, and because of that, you're standing out from the crowd. That's gorgeous. So on the split, the bridging energy for today, oh, this is lovely. We have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands. This is another individual that is in the room with you. Another individual in the room with you is kind of like standing back. They're standing in the background or along the edge of the room, and it's like they're watching you approach. So Three of Wands has an energy of waiting. The whole classic tarot, is that it's like waiting for your ships to come in. Well, you are the ship that is showing up in this person's life, I want to say, and they're watching you glow. That's gorgeous. So let's get an overall energy for, I was going to say Sagittarius. It's not Sagittarius, it's Scorpio. Let's get an overall energy for Scorpio. Hang on. Oh, this is great. This is great. This is you. So the overall energy for your reading is the Queen of Wands. And this is coming. It's you. This is you. So it's like it's all about you. When you walk into the room, it seems to me like it's all about you. In a good way, though. It's like you're lighting everyone up. You are an inspiration. You are dynamic and fun, and like it's coming through as like when you walk into the room, it's like everybody gravitates towards you because they just love being in your energy. Your energy is, it feels like, well, it feels like light. It feels like sunshine. You're the one that's lighting up the room. I feel like what you're going to notice though is that this one that is, well, they're watching you. They're watching you come into the room and, like make yourself known. it's almost like you might be able to point, you might be able to figure out who they are because they're going to stay at the edge of the room. They're, because I'm seeing like it's like their back is towards you. So it's kind of like unmasking how they feel when you come into the room. It's like they're going to recede a little bit. They're kind of like taking a seat back. They're wanting to observe your beauty. That's what it's talking about. They're wanting to observe your beauty. I know that. So, we are beginning your reading with the Five of Cups. Five, five, five. Not Five of Cups. This is the Ace of Cups. I was looking at all those fives on the time clock and got distracted by that. This is the Ace of Cups, which is interesting because it's like you're starting off, well, because I mentioned you're starting off the Five of Cups, and 555 talks about kind of like a transition or a changeover. So perhaps what has happened like before this occurrence, before you stepped into the room, was something that well, it's like it's sad or it has like a grief energy attached to it. It's not a good time. And then it's like you show up into this new space and it is a good time. Look at all that rainbow. Ooh, that was awesome. Okay. So, we're starting your reading off today with the Ace of Cups. And this is showing up as that, as the other individual. This is showing up as the other individual. It's like, okay, there we go. So perhaps that Five of Cups is not your energy. That Five of Cups is not your energy. That Five of Cups is their energy. Like they're kind of sitting, it's almost like being at a party. It's like being at a party and like, I don't know, the vibe just isn't really like it's a good party, I guess, but like it's kind of it's whatever. Like it's things are happening, but you know, this one is kind of sitting in the background. Like nothing really exciting is going on. It's kind of like, dang, I brought myself all the way out to this party and there's like nothing really going on. It's like, it's not much of any fun, right? Five of Cups. But then it's like you show up and it's like the party is starting. So that's what's presented as this Ace of Cups. It's like you show up and their whole mood shifts to this Ace of Cups, which is a delightful brand new experience. It's like a new emotion is washing over this person, and they are delighted in seeing you. They're delighted in seeing you come into the room. You light them up. That's the message that is coming through here, is that you light up the whole space. So you're showing up here. It's interesting because you're showing up, you showed up once as the Queen of Wands, and now you're showing up again as this Queen of Cups. So that's what I mean by so you're also showing up as this Queen of Cups here, which is coming next in the reading. So that's what I mean. You're so dynamic. Not only are you, it's coming through as like when you light up the room, it's like you're performing. It's like not a performance because you're not performing it. It's very elaborate. So not only are you holding that energy, holding that space of bringing, I want to say like flamboyance, bringing flamboyance to the space, but you also have this water element to it as well. So it's like you're bringing the fun, but then you're also bringing this like tranquility to it. It's creating, you're creating a scene around you that has elements of, it's just wanting to come through as like really dynamic, extremely dynamic, very much so. Like the movement is, your movements are very fluid. You're like, when you're interacting with everyone, it's almost like you're pulling out different aspects of yourself that will to engage with other people. So it's almost like for some people want this energy, the Queen of Wands energy. They want that fun, someone who's going to like make them laugh, someone who's also going to inspire them with their confidence. But then you also have this ability here, which is talking about uh, you kind of being someone that people can talk to, someone that people can kind of like share their emotions with. You know, because if we're at a party and people are drinking, you tend to have two different types of people, like, right? You have the people who are gonna, you know, everything gets more exciting, and then there's some people who kind of go into a more slumber state and need to like talk to you about it. So it's like you have the ability, you have the dynamic ability to be able to produce any type of aspect that you want to kind of create a scene for an individual while you are interacting with them at this. It's coming through as like a party. So, and this one is kind of standing in the background. Like, I want to say that they're kind of giving me like a wallflower energy. They're standing in the background, probably standing up against like a wall or something, and they're watching this happen. They're watching you shift. You're moving through all of these different, it's almost coming out as like your personality is shifting. It's like a shift in your personality as you interact with different people. So we have them admiring you. We have them admiring you. But you know, once again, it's like even in this Ace of Cups, you can't really, like, you can't see who they are. Who is this? Who is this? And it's telling me that this is someone, especially with the Ace energy, this is someone who is new to you. They're brand new to you. They're new on the scene. And they are wanting to establish some type of, well, they're wanting to connect with you in some type of way. And the way that they are doing it is like they're offering you a drink. That's what it looks like. It looks like someone approaching you and offering you something to drink. And then you're like, with, because the Queen of Wands here, she's holding a cup herself. So it's almost like, and then you're accepting it. So they're offering you a drink and you're accepting it, and it's like that's their in to talk with you, to conversate with you. Didn't we say that they're kind of starting off in a Five of Cups energy? Remember how I was talking about how, like, you know, there's kind of two different types of people when you get like intoxicated. When you're at a party, there's ones that want to have fun. Well, this one's kind of, it seems like this one is like in their in a slumber. They're just down and out. It's kind of like they might just be a little down and out, and you light up the room, and so they're attracted to you, and they're approaching you. I don't necessarily think that they're approaching you with their, like, whatever was happening before you. It's just that they're seeing you in a way that, well, you're stunning, you're beautiful. And so they want to talk to you. What's interesting though is that it seems like it's like they might be new to the scene, new, but there's something about it that feels familiar. There's something about them that feels familiar in a way, because I often see the Queen of Wands as, she's holding this bowl down here. And for me, that signifies it's a bowl of water. For me, that signifies like scrying, using some form of like divination. So it's kind of like they're new to the scene, but it's like you've seen them before. You might not necessarily have seen them in physical, like physical embodiment. Um, you might have seen them like in vision or in dream, or if you're doing any type of divination practice, it's like you're seeing them before they approach. Because what I'm noticing is it's like you're looking at this hand, but you don't yet know who that individual is. Who is this? Right? So if you're like doing readings for yourself and you're seeing someone approaching and you're like, but that's not even happening. Who is that? Who is this? It's like, here it comes. You're at some type of party and here they come. They're offering you a drink and they sit with you and they connect with you. And what's really important here is that they're connecting with you on an emotional level. Because it seems like this aspect of you, the Queen of Wands aspect of you, is, well, it's coming through as like a performance. So this is like what you wear when you're, this is like your public persona. That's what it's coming through. The Queen of Wands is your public persona, and the Queen of Cups is your private persona. This more encompasses like your emotional depth. So when they approach you with this drink and they start to connect with you on a more deeper level, an emotional level, what we have here is the Lovers. It's absolutely stunning because it's like what's happening here is that you didn't know who they were when you saw them before in your divination practice, and now you know who they are. And it's like you're sitting there and it's like you're reading them. This Lover's energy has a message that comes with it. It talks about being in someone's presence, not yet touching, or you know what I mean, like not yet doing anything physical, but feel you can feel the connection. You can feel the lover's connection with this person. And it's really gorgeous. It's really gorgeous. It's coming through as something that it's really subtle. Because okay, so in this deck, I have two lovers cards. They both look the same, except for this one has like a night. It has night. It's depicted at night, which would be when a party is happening. The other one is depicted during the day. So with it being depicted at night, it's kind of coming through as like it's really subtle. It's really subtle the way that they're approaching you. And I think that, well, I think that you're kind of enjoying that because it's giving you a chance to like read them. it's giving you a chance to feel into their energy. And it would kind of make sense that it is subtle because it seems like they're like a little like they're a little shy, perhaps, like a wallflower. Meaning that typically what happened, well, typically for them, it's like they wait with the Three of Wands, they wait for someone to approach them. They're not usually the one that is approaching another individual. That's this, it's almost like this aspect for them is a little bit out of their character. But because you come into the room and you stand out so significantly, and it's like they've seen your light, and so it's inspiring them, right? You have an inspirational energy, so it's inspiring them to approach you. And when they do, it's the Lovers. Not only is it the Lovers, but it's the Lovers and the Two of Cups. When this came out, I was literally floored. I was like, oh my God, this is an outstanding love connection. It's almost like I kind of want to say that it would be like instantaneous. It's like you're gonna know that this is the connection. This is the connection that you've been seeing coming to towards you. It's so stunning. It's profound. It's such a beautiful connection. It is it feels very safe. It feels like you can be vulnerable, especially with the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very vulnerable. So it feels like you can be vulnerable. It feels harmonious and reciprocal. It's like the conversation just flows so beautifully that it's like there's no mistaking that you two have a connection. There's no mistaking it. There's something going on, though. There's something in the background that's going on. It's funny because they're in the background too, right? There's something in the background going on because what I'm seeing here is this, well, this eagle in the background and this lion. And then also this like weaving together. It's kind of insinuating that there is an energy in the background that has like paired you two together. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some more cards for your extended, and we're going to look at like, what is this like thing in the background? What has been pulling you two together? Because it's such a beautiful connection. So what is it? What is it that has brought you two together? I love this. All right, I will see you there, Scorpio, okay?